Today is a special day. Today is our video on the Tesla Roadster.
This is another video brought to you by R2D Tech, your favourite YouTube channel.
The first thing I've got to say to you guys is that Elon Musk is a genius. He's managed to make an electric car that beats all fuel supercars that can travel on the road. Even Lamborghini, Bugatti, all of them. His Roadster, the base model, can go from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 1.9 seconds. I mean, guys, Lamborghini were advertising how their car can do this in under 3 seconds. Well, that's a joke. It's old news, you know. They're out of the game. Also, they were advertising how their car could go plus 203 miles an hour. Well, this car can do plus 250 miles an hour. So I don't know what they were banging on about. They're just idiots. That's not the only thing though. This car, which is electric, can do 620 miles in one charge. Even the top fuel cars cannot do this, especially supercars like Lamborghini and Bugatti. No chance. One thing which really caught my eye is the fact that somehow they've managed to make this car a 4-seater, even though it beats all of these other 2-seater supercars spec-wise. So, you know, Tesla, Elon Musk has really set the game, and if anyone's going to compete with them, they're going to have a miracle. Finally, with the base specs, this car has an all-wheel drive, which is obviously what helps it accelerate so fast. If you want to go from 0 to 100 miles an hour, you can do this now in just 4.2 seconds. And if this is the base model, I'm going to be shocked when the upgraded model comes out later on.
The price. So you can actually pre-order the Tesla Roadster for £38,000. I know I wanted to talk in dollars, but my friend over here, you know, he's not open. But if you want to pre-order the Founders version, you have to make a reservation fee of £189,000, not dollars again. But there you go. And then, if you want the actual Tesla Roadster, just the normal version, it starts at £200,000. But there are some upgradable features which we'll talk about later, I guess. If you want the Founders version, on top of the £189,000 that you originally paid, you have to pay £250,000 more. Pounds, that is. I would buy it straight away. Would you? I'd describe the steering wheel as a perfect example of pure beauty. We're showing you the image now, so you can. It'll be on the screen. Look, admire it, take it in. It does have like a classic race car style. If you watch Formula 1, I don't know, maybe you do. In America you don't, because you watch NASCAR. It's not actually round. There are only 2 places where you can put your hand. It seats 4, so that's quite good. 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Classic. Maybe it's a bit unoriginal. There is also the opportunity for you to remove your roof. The glass roof can come off and be stored in the boot, not the trunk. We discussed this earlier. We're saying boot, not trunk. But we don't call them trunks. We call them boots. The roof can be stored in the boot. It goes in there, but then it takes up quite a lot of space. The good thing is that since there isn't an actual internal combustion engine, there are 2 boots. One in the front and one in the back. But the one in the front is small, so it only holds like, I don't know, a small backpack. But the one in the back is big, but once you have the roof in it, it takes up some space, so you might not be able to fit as much as you wanted to in. In fact, the roof is almost a complete glass design. It's quite cool, with only a few like support bars. There are actually no door handles on the Tesla Roadster, which is pretty cool because you actually can just walk up to the car with your phone in your pocket and the doors will just open. We're in the future, I mean, doors just opening for you. I remember the good old days when you had to open your own doors. So if you lose your phone, which acts as your key, Tesla also give you a key card which they advise you to keep in your wallet all the time, which you press on the side of the door, like in a certain area that Tesla will tell you where. The door, it will allow you to open it anyway, so it acts as a second key. As in all Teslas nowadays, they also give you a huge screen which acts as your complete control panel. The screen is about yay big. And you can do things like control air conditioning, you can play music, you can do map. You actually have a huge map, which is pretty cool. It's like a huge sat-nav, if you want it to be. You can control the positions of the seats, autonomous driving. We'll talk about that later. We will. The back seats. Now the back seats, obviously it's a 4-seater car, but the back seats will be very small. The back seats were actually more intended for boot space. Tesla also haven't shown any pictures of the back seats, so we just assume that they're hiding something. The ventilation system is actually pretty cool. It's like a strip just below the windscreen. It's the same one as in the Model 3, which is pretty cool. Wheels. They're pretty cool as well. The wheels are actually carbon fiber, which is obviously it's a good material used in many things nowadays, like drones. Oh, speaking of drones, hint hint, we're gonna do something like that in the next few weeks.
I feel it in my fingers. Guys, I'm gonna get you now. Smart features. Tesla completely annihilates this field. I mean, other companies like Lamborghini stand no chance when it comes to smart features against Tesla. Obviously, the main thing which Tesla offers, which you're not allowed to use in the UK at the moment, but you are in the US, is autonomous driving. Now, obviously, they don't want you to take your hands off the wheels completely. This is because it hasn't been perfected yet, and they'd feel more safe if you were constantly alert. But in theory, it's even safer than a human driving a car. This means that it can basically do everything for you. It has sensors all around the car to detect other cars, distances between objects, so it will never let you crash. You can even set stuff like the car distance that you want to stay apart from the car in front of you. For example, you can set the distance to 7 cars, so that you're always 7 cars behind the car in front of you on the motorway. Also, if you don't trust it completely, you can use it for small stuff like changing lanes. This is really useful. You literally flick a switch, it detects other cars around you and switches lanes for you. It does this better than any other car. Mercedes are trying to compete with this at the moment, but obviously they're far behind because Tesla started this, and they're going to end it. As we said before, you don't need a key. There are no door handles on this car. You literally walk up to it, it detects that it's you because of your phone or your car key, and it will open the doors for you. No other car does this at the moment. Tesla are just amazing. I mean, I love them. I love you, Tesla. Another thing which they do automatically is open the charging port when it detects that you're moving the charger towards the port. You don't need to press anything. You don't need to unscrew anything. You don't need to go to a petrol station. You can literally charge at home. Also, there's a quick charge battery which you can keep in the boot of your car, just in case you ever run into an emergency where you can't charge your car or you're not at home or whatever. So you can literally just take this quick charge battery, plug it into the charger, and it will charge up your car wherever you are. It's like a portable power bank, basically. One thing which is a bit of a downside is the fact that with fuel cars you can just refuel in 1 or 2 minutes and then pay for it. But with electric cars, especially with Teslas, it takes 30 minutes to recharge. Obviously this wouldn't really be an issue because you do have the quick charge battery in your boot, just in case, but also this car has double the range of other cars, 620 miles, so you shouldn't really be needing to recharge during the day anyway. That's exactly why it takes 30 minutes to charge. It provides so much more than a fuel car would, and it's way more efficient than an internal combustion engine. The last thing I'd like to talk about with smart features is regen braking. This is a feature which Tesla have adopted on their new Model 3, but have had on some other cars in the past. It's basically where when you brake, especially when you're going downhill, it uses this power from the braking to convert it into electrical energy, and you can basically use that to drive even further. So it will recharge your battery in your car as you drive. Technically, this makes it more efficient because if you're going downhill, you might end up with more power than when you started going up the hill. It's amazing. It's not like Lamborghini's crap. In conclusion, this car is great. It exceeds all expectations. It beats everything out there that is capable of going on the road. It even beats F1 cars in some situations. Maybe not speed-wise or acceleration-wise, but in efficiency, definitely. Using a lithium-ion battery in a car is not unheard of in the electric car world, but obviously Tesla are renowned for their quality of batteries. Compared to BMW, there's only been like one fire, whereas BMW have had thousands of fires with their fuel-powered cars. If you like this video, like and subscribe for more content in the future.